Tommy Lee Jones is just a bad motherfucker, though.
And we're live.
Yeah, I guess he literally, like Jim Carrey, once he found out that dude hated him, he just, like, turned it up to 11.
As Jim Carrey would
Yeah, like,
do.
exactly what you... And he's in Riddler mode, which is so crazy to think about him, like, giving just the keys to be, like, even crazier. And I guess he made, like, a bunch of people laugh, and Tommy Lee Jones was there, and Tommy Lee Jones, like, had to kind of laugh, and he, like, gave Jim Carrey a hug and was like, I hate you.
Can you imagine Jim Carrey just, like, prepping for that role? Or just, like, in that role on set?
He's a maniac.
Off camera?
He's a fucking maniac.
An actual lunatic.
Just, like, all right, guys, that's a wrap for today. Let's meet back tomorrow. Everybody has their call sheets. Everybody's back to normal. He's still the Riddler.
Just bothering everyone. It's fun for us, but I mean, I would totally be Tommy Lee Jones in that situation.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
1000%.
Well, did you guys see that movie, Jim and Andy? The Andy Kaufman one? Yeah.
That was...
He was pissing off, like, a bunch of people
everybody,
on set. Yeah.
pretty much. Literally every single person on
Yeah.
the set seemed very angry with him.
Yeah.
The weirdest part of that movie was when the dead dude's family came in. I was, like, talking to Jim Carrey.
That was wild. That was
uncomfortable.
That was sad.
Like, he probably was annoying, but also, like, he got them all paid. Like, if he doesn't annoy them, they probably don't make that movie then.
I think
Right,
he won
right.
that. I think he won that movie an Academy Award for how crazy he was.
Did you actually see that movie?
No, I saw.
I think I
saw like a couple scenes.
It
from
looks
it.
like a very strange movie.
Danny
Well, yeah,
DeVito's
it's
in
Andy
it, right?
Kaufman. It's Andy Kaufman. Yeah, Danny DeVito's in it.
He's in it? I thought he, like, directed it.
No, I think he's,
he's in
like, the agent, if I remember right.
Either
Something
that, or
like that.
either that, or he plays himself, like from Taxi Driver.
Maybe that.
Maybe not plays himself. No, I'm sorry. I think
Or plays, like, his...
I'm thinking of a different guy. I'm thinking of the guy with the big nose.
Oh, the guy with the big nose.
Not Danny DeVito.
You'll know him when you see him.
That shit.
You look up Taxi Driver. It's the first guy that pops up, probably.
Is that what you want me to do?
Sure, just to get a name to the face.
I watched Austin Powers 3 last
You'll see the
night
nose here.
when Danny DeVito is Mini-Me.
Oh, that's tremendous. And look, I'm Many-Me. What episode is this?
26.
We're back.
Hot damn.
Half a year's
26? I thought it was like 27.
Oh, this is 27. 26 is the one that we did in New York.
Yes. Back from New York. Headphones are back.
Yes.
We were probably talking over each other.
What
in
do
the
you want
last
me to
one.
Google?
Look up Taxi.
This.
Show.
Thank you.
No spaces.
Are you a robot?
What the fuck are you on?
You got a broke ass. Oh.
Are you on DuckDuckGo?
Use Mark's iPhone.
You can use that. I got unlimited hotspot.
I wonder if
Look
that's
at
on my
you, big
computer.
It's nice.
baller.
Or-
It's
Look
nice.
at you.
You get on the train, you connect your iPad, your phone, or your laptop to it.
What the fuck
What
is
is-
going on?
What is this? What were you watching? I don't even want to see that.
Bad Guys.
That looked scary.
How was that?
It didn't seem like bad, but my sister like lost interest like within 10 minutes.
That's it did not look good either.
I knew the fuck.
There's a couple names I saw in it.
Yeah, Mark Maron. I recognized a couple voices that I couldn't really put names to.
What is it?
Bad Guys. It was like an animated movie about like a snake and a wolf and all like animals that get like a bad rep or whatever.
Interesting. It was like a kids movie.
Mm.
Yeah. What did I just describe?
Well, animation could be adult too.
Yeah, is it telling us morals about don't judge a book by its cover? And wolves being good?
Yeah, you could do that in many different
all-
ways.
All stories tell a moral.
Yeah.
The porno I shot for school had a moral like that.
That is a youth thing.
Yeah,
I
DePaul-
hate how
DePaul
much
had a
work
porno
I've had to put
class.
in to fucking find you this person.
That dude, Judd Hirsch.
Great. Judd Hirsch, everybody.
Judd Hirsch, everyone. Now look up Judd Hirsch. No, you don't have to. I'm just kidding.
Judd.
Look at that schnoz. Look at it. Go to the one with him next to the girl.
He's next to a girl like all of them.
Boom. Look at that schnoz. That's a big nose.
As a
There's Andy Kaufman on the left. Not the girl.
Enhance.
Look at that nose. Look at that thing. Biggest nose on the block. Yes, sir. Old block player.
I think you're just being racist.
So how was
that's kind of what I'm getting. That's the vibe I'm picking up.
So how'd we like New York, boys?
Can I tell you? When I have to go back into work, people come up to me and they're like, "Did you go with Mark to the UFC and stuff?" And I'm like, "Yep, that's what I did. I tagged along."
Isn't that crazy? Isn't that great?
Not handicap people.
Isn't that great? Hey, did you go with Mark to New York? Yep. Mark called my dad, set it up, bought the tickets, set everything up. And then he texted me for the money. That's so crazy.
Yeah, it's super chill. Why is this thing not tight?
Did you mess it up?
Did you tamper with my shit?
You just have to screw it in. Screw the bass on.
Hmm?
Hold the microphone.
A little bit of technical
And,
difficulties.
no, not that. Screw the entire bass.
Whoa.
Not with the microphone on. Hold the microphone and twist the bass.
The bass. This?
Yeah, pick it up. There we go. Now tighten it. It's not tightening? Right, that way.
No.
That way. Keep going. Keep going.
What do you think it's tightening into?
Into the microphone. It's not doing it. Really.
I mean, it's just.
We got a hell of an issue now. That's loud, too.
What you asked me to do.
It's not working.
Yeah, that was my initial complaint.
Well, we're back in the studio, folks. When shit's fucked up.
Now we need to get new mics.
Now we need new mic stands. I want a boom.
That's what it is.
I've been wanting booms.
Ooh.
I wanted booms from the start.
Ooh, that would be nice. That
A
would
big,
be nice.
a boom pole. Then we can just sit back. It's right here.
I've got my sister brainstorming on, she's like, we could hang sheets with painter's tape. I'm like, yeah, but it'd be one thing if it was just behind the couch, but then to somehow, like, angle it behind that
Wrap
chair and that chair. She's like, yeah, but she might go ahead and do something anyway.
That'd be cool.
Right.
Our set designer working through ideas. And Zach's going handheld, folks. Oh, that's what it was. Well, this portion of the podcast will just be
talk.
So Honey Boo Boo.
Yeah, pull up Honey Boo Boo. I want to see this. So what was it? Honey Boo was getting weight loss surgery?
I believe. I have no
See.
idea.
Let me see.
Let's find out.
Honey Boo Boo undergoing $13,000 weight loss surgery with her boyfriend. She is large. A big bitch. Let me see.
How old do you think Honey Boo Boo is?
She's got to be 18, maybe.
She does not look 18 in that
Maybe.
picture.
Okay, yeah. She's probably like, here.
Machine
well,
loading. Mr.
had-
Hotspot. How
In
you doing?
August, after her 17th birthday to undergo weight loss surgery, her manager confirmed. God, her manager. This bitch is fucking rich. It's crazy. She reportedly weighs 275 pounds and is looking to drop 150 pounds after various diets didn't give her the results she wanted. Do you think she stuck to the diets?
Do I think Honey Boo Boo stuck to the diet?
I'm sure it was the diet's. The diet wasn't giving me the result I was looking for. I'm like, yeah, I'm sure that's the logistics on that.
The Here Comes Honey Boo Boo alum will be going under the knife alongside her boyfriend. Oh, I bet he's a big guy too.
Yeah.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
There he
So
is.
did you see the picture?
I've been dating. Oh yeah, she's dating a black guy, which is fine. That's fine. You didn't have to bring it up.
You're the most questionable one on this show.
Questionable.
Very much so.
By questionable,
Like-
what do you mean?
Heavy money would have been on me, but
This
here
guy's
you
got a
come.
loose cannon.
So what's 150 minus 275? You're looking at about a buck 15.
Trim.
That's fucking lean.
That's a very.
That's a lot. Like 115 is nothing. That ain't shit.
You're literally losing like half of your fucking body.
Yeah. That's great. What do you think they do with all the skin?
Cut it off.
Make it into luggage.
Yeah, bro. I mean,
A lot of it.
I mean, you could probably get a nice couch upholstery.
Well, do you remember her mom? Her mom was the size of a house.
Yeah.
Had the brains one
Let
too.
me see. What's her name?
But became millionaires, so fuck me.
Yeah, it's.
Mama June. That's right.
I don't know why that show. Did that show get canceled? Or is it still on?
That's never been my lane.
I know. But
I think
like,
it's-
just
I think it's-
wild that like that lane. Of
I think
show
she still
exists.
has some like type of show. I know she had that like
Oh, I'm sure she has like an Instagram following.
She
and,
had,
like
like-
dumb shit.
oh yeah. Well, she had that one. Her kid had the show, which was like the beauty pageant one, where she was like toting her around.
Honey Boo Boo had a kid.
No. The Mama June.
Oh, okay.
She
okay.
had Honey Boo Boo, which she was then carting around to like all these pageants and shit. And that got popular. And then
Yeah, that's
she had this like weight loss show. And then I think she gained it all back.
Ooh, tea.
Oh, here we go. She's happy with her body at 240 pounds, despite nearly gaining back 100 after a gastric sleeve surgery.
I mean,
How do you do that?
She gained weight back.
240 is not bad if you're like a tall person, like if you're like 6
Is
foot
she
or
a tall
something. I
person?
don't know.
How many girls are 6 foot?
I know some girls that are
From
like
people-
6
Yeah,
foot.
some
Listen to
girls,
this.
not Honey
Listen
Boo
to
Boo.
this. Listen to this. People magazine. Mama June gained 60 pounds of healthy COVID weight. Can you imagine gaining 60 pounds in a healthy manner?
Even 60 pounds of
Steroids.
muscles is like
That would put me.
somewhat
Dude,
unhealthy.
that's very
That would put me
that's
at, like-
a lot.
That put me at like 215. And I don't think I'd be healthy at 215. I'd be considered overweight.
Yeah, if I was 205
But
and
I like how-
5'9".
I like how People magazine quotes this as healthy weight.
I mean, she might have been really underweight at the time.
Yeah,
She might have had like a wrestling match she was trying to like cut weight for.
she was malnourished.
Listen.
And
She
just put it
needed that
back
60
on.
pounds.
Saw that Patty guy from the UFC put on 50 pounds like nothing.
This is crazy.
He's fighting against him.
Is he really?
Doing another London card.
I don't dislike him.
Same. Because he seems genuine to me.
Yeah,
is
no,
the
for
difference.
sure,
It doesn't,
for sure.
It's
He's not like
like
some Conor McGregor fucking asshole. Like he's like that just seems like who he is.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can't hate on that guy.
And it's almost like the Diaz thing, where it's like, that's who I am. I'll elevate it on the big stage to like turn it into like trash talk or whatever. But like, there is the respect there or whatever. Like he's always said like, some guys are awesome at fighting, but suck at like selling. And he's like that. I mean, I'm here to like get paid, you know.
no,
like,
for sure, which is a fucking smart
Yeah.
thing to do.
But he's all upfront about it. You know,
Oh.
seems like a
Not piece of shit. He seems
Yeah.
like a not piece of shit. I'm like, you know what? Cool.
Exactly.
Like I'll get behind you. Fuck Sugar Sean O'Malley. Like I can eat a bag of dicks.
no. I hope
I don't like him.
I don't like
I don't
him,
watch
and
much
anyone
UFC.
who
I
does,
don't-
it's like I don't like you.
Yeah,
I don't-
pretty much.
Yeah, he seems like just a prick.
I hate that. I mean, not. I don't. I'm glad that everyone can find ways to make money, like because you might not get
Teach
paid.
their own, yeah.
But like, I hate that there's such a demand for whatever he's offering. You know what I mean? That's
Well, it's like
what
a
it takes.
It's like a replacement for Connor almost, right?
I just realized the last time because there was a YouTube thumbnail that had the two of them next to each other, and I realized he basically has like the same tattoo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's fucking crazy. Like if
like
you
that
look
big chest tattoo.
Mm.
Yeah.
if you look at him, it's like, oh shit, you're like Connor 2.0.
And then you find out that he's from like Montana or somewhere like that, and you're just like, or Nebraska or something, and you're like, oh, So you just decided to like tattoo your
Adopt
face up
this.
and like
Yeah.
be all crazy and like that's your thing. Cool, man.
Your thing's to be the weirdest dude from Nebraska.
Yeah. Yeah, to be the coolest guy in Nebraska. Wow.
Yeah.
Then you show up to like Las Vegas.
And people are like, the fuck is this
Who
guy?
gives a shit?
I mean, it worked for him for like the first year.
I hope that guy who just won last Saturday at the one we were at, who called him out, I hope he gets that fight. Because that dude's pretty legit. He has, I don't want to say a string of bad luck, but like, he had a fight with Uriah Faber, like one of Faber's last fights, and I think maybe he thought he was going to stampede him a little bit just because he was older, and he ended up getting clipped, and then boy jumped on his rear naked choke. And I mean, once one of those alpha guys get them in, they...
Faber's a scary. I don't care how old Faber is. Like
dudes
the
that
amount
do
of
it that
like,
long.
Yeah.
You could say whatever you fucking want about that guy. He's the guy that broke both his hands and stood up for round whatever, throwing elbows. Like, you say whatever the fuck you want about that guy.
Just a bad motherfucker.
You know who I've been liking? That dude with the bowl cut.
Patty?
Blonde hair. Patty?
Yeah,
Yeah, we were
that's
just
what we're
talking
talking
about.
about.
Oh, that dude? Oh.
Yeah, he's like a genuine motherfucker. Like,
Yeah, he
he's
just seems
a
cool.
decent dude.
He talks cool.
Yeah, he's not like... He's a magnetic personality. He's not like trying to get every eye on him. That's just how he operates.
Yeah.
He's like Bisbing. He just like can't help but...
Did you watch that Bisbing?
No.
You didn't watch that on the plane?
No. I do love that he's willing to just pop his eye out for anything.
Does he really?
At the drop of, like, not if he'll just request it, but like if he thinks it'll be funny to do it.
Take your eye out.
No, if he thinks it's like a funny or crowd pleasing thing, he'll totally just be like, check this out.
I won the belt with one eye. They didn't fucking know.
That's fucking gross.
It's crazy he passed exams.
If they're doing like the highlights for the next guy about to fight and they throw a nice left hook, he'll be like, oh, it reminds me of someone else with a nice left. Like, just completely tooting his own horn. They'll show, and sometimes if they show a guy who beat Rockhold, he'll be like, oh, look, poor Luke. Like, he's just not giving, it's the most unprofessional shit, but like,
no, I love it.
oh my God. It's why I love the fucking sport. It's like they just don't have to operate in the same little box.
That's funny.
I want to see, like, like, hopefully, like, don't get me wrong, they're, like, at a very good level, but it's not, like, a Barkley and, like, Shaq level and, like those guys and whatnot. Like, I just want to see, like, that level of, like, good banter.
Where the side shows could be, because the side shows are still very, like, ESPN-y, where they're, like, very formatted and, like, the two guys that pick the fighter, it sounds way too, like, Sunday game day, like, and what these guys got it.
No, it's very scripted. Very scripted.
Yeah,
Where
scripted.
it's like, nah, just fucking let them be.
We don't have the side
Let 'em
shows
riff.
yet where it's just DC and fucking Habib and Islam chopping it
Yeah,
up. Yeah,
bro, like, that would be something. Like, I'd
I
tune
love
in for
the
that
three of
shit.
them talking.
Basketball did like kind of take that and run with it. Where they're like, because they were like the first one to have that format where it's like, it's just loose. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
Oh, no, they're very good with it. MLB has something similar, like, on the MLB network, and it's very good, too.
I think they all have that version now of, like, the more upscale, but Barkley and Shaq, that thing is, like, literally the halftime show for, like, whatever the game of the night or game of the week or whatever that they do on TNT. So it's not just, like, the quarterly, like, get-together where it's, like, fucking couple times a week they're doing that shit. UFC does have a good commentary team.
No, they have
You're
a very
right,
good
though.
commentary, too.
If they could get that
Rob
side
Morrow.
shit. They've been trying to do, like, I don't know if they're watch parties or whatever, but they just kind of pair up, like, it seems like newer and older fighters, and I forget who the newer guy was, but they had him and then Jens Pulver go, like, watch the fights together, and I was like, damn, that's got to be crazy. Just, like, oh, I wonder if they're going to throw me in there with that mother, and you're like, holy shit.
Yeah. I want that guy from Pride.
Which one?
Morrow,
Oh, Morrow. You said,
yeah.
That'd be incredible.
I was saying earlier, like, I would listen to more sports radio if they just had that fucking flair that he has. Like, he has just such a good, just, like, fucking just selling anything. Like, you could fucking be at a flea market just saying shit, and I'd listen to him.
And that is how he fucking talks. This is what Rogan says. And then when you listen to him
use
on the
him
podcast,
yeah.
that's how he talks.
That's not
everything
his
is like,
fucking voice. Yeah.
like he's fucking awesome. I know he does a lot of WWE, or I don't know if it's AEW or but wrestling.
Yeah, like, I'm sure he does very well for himself. Like I said, he's got a great voice.
And like that, like acting incredible. Like what is this? I'm sure he fucking kills that.
Oh, he sells everything.
Yeah.
He sells everything.
What is
Especially-
going on?
Yeah, if he was in like the WWE fucking like circle or whatever, like he would. That's his spot.
No, him and Bas Rutten though is like a
It's
a pleasure to
legendary.
listen to those
It's
two qualify.
That's all you need, just the two of them. It's like, nope, this is great. This is fantastic.
Where's Bas Rutten from?
Holland or Dutch or Netherlands, whatever.
Yeah, one of those.
From Holland.
Isn't that weird?
Weird.
How dare you disrespect?
Now what you have to do is... No, that's more like GSP. What you have to do is...
French
When
Canadian.
someone comes at you like this...
Sure. I'll give it to you.
You grab his arm and then you come over the top with the elbow.
I'll be honest, I don't know what you're doing.
It was
That's like
kinda
a French Canadian Holland.
Yeah, I was getting kind of like an Italian kind of Spanish.
What you do is
Sound like a very generalized immigrant that like a
Hey.
TV show would do, so you can't pin down who's getting made fun of.
who is that?
Yeah.
What now? Is he Italian?
A
Is-
Central European, Eastern European, you're like Croatian almost, like by default.
yeah, but could be Canadian.
Could be Canadian.
Could be.
He's not white
Could
enough,
be.
so he's not really Canadian.
How are you not white enough to be Canadian? That's pretty white.
Honky.
If you're tan,
Oh,
that's what I mean.
okay.
Like I probably couldn't pass as Canadian,
What the fuck are you talking about?
right? I'm pretty tan. Got like that
They
olive
have
skin.
tan people there, bro.
They have
Yeah, but it's fucking.
they have like
tan.
Native American people there, like very tan.
Yeah, but like,
And people tan.
yeah, I'm just saying.
You know what I mean? Like,
We have parts of America that are more north than parts of Canada.
I mean, if you look up,
Alaska.
That too. Talking about continental, but yes,
right
that
here,
too.
Alaska. I was watching a video that Alaska is just a stone throw from Russia.
Oh yeah,
There's
Oh,
like
yeah.
an island.
Siberia, right?
Yeah, there's like an island. There's like an island right off the coast of Alaska, and I can't remember what the fuck it's called. But there's an island here, and
It's
then
like the part of the map that you never see, like, touching, so you don't think
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
But then you're like, oh,
That's,
well,
that's
those...
right over there.
Yeah.
It's literally.
but there's like this. There's like this small island with like 50 people on it. They just live there and do whatever the fuck. And then like across the
I'm sure they do.
across this channel is just like a Russian island that I guess is not inhabited because some testing or some shit. But yeah, they're just like a stone throw from Russia.
It's the old,
And I think they just
Palin
sit
thing.
there and just like keep eyes on Russia.
Goddamn.
Remember that Palin thing? She'd be like, I can walk out my
Yeah.
back
I can walk-
porch and...
I could
See
see
Russia.
Russia from my back porch.
That
That's crazy.
bitch.
She was
It's crazy.
on in
I
any
think-
of that.
McCain might have had a chance.
I
if
think
it-
he literally was going to win if he didn't do that. I mean, maybe it would have been, I don't know
Yeah.
how close it was, but I just know multiple people
which
that
probably
were like,
wouldn't have been bad. I mean, who knows?
Oh yeah,
nothing
yeah,
matters regardless. Yeah.
He's not a hero, according to Trump, allegedly.
allegedly.
Trump quote:
You know,
"Heroes don't get captured."
I hate to say this. He
The
says this.
draft dodger.
He says this in front of like a fucking tank building factory. He's in like Ohio. He's doing like not a press conference, but a speech or
A
whatever.
rally.
How
ra-
a
MIA
rally.
flag behind him.
He's just riffing,
And it's doing a rally.
and he's like, "I'll be honest, not my favorite guy, John McCain." This is after he's dead.
It's after he died of like
He's
brain
going,
cancer.
not a big fan.
Not a big
was
fan.
not a big fan of John McCain. You know, heroes don't get captured.
hero. He said this. Crazy.
It's crazy the amount of support that
I wish
that
it was-
man had.
I wish it was
Just
easy
an
to pull that
overwhelming
clip up.
support.
I don't even know. I mean, some of it's support for sure, but I think so much of it was just like
Show.
anti the other side.
Yeah.
It was
What's
just
he
like,
gonna-
I guess
what's he-
we're going this way.
What's he gonna say next?
God.
It's gonna be crazy when he runs in 2024 if he doesn't get this felony.
Him doing My Cousin Vinny after every speech. I'm done with this guy.
And I'm done with this guy. Next. No, that's like him in the debates,
Giving everyone.
it's like,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
dude. Oh, just we're like they had him
walks off the podium.
Yeah.
Next.
they had him in the fucking center, and then the people at the ends just drop out, and he's like, it's like week 10 or whatever, and he's like, you guys, everybody's dropping off the center. Look at you. You're all the way at the end. I can't even hear you. Where have I been the whole time? Dead center.
He's got like 4th grade coming back.
So crazy.
He gives people nicknames. They don't even need to be good, but they're just demeaning.
That one dude, I can't even remember his name, but he called him like penciled neck. He's like, look at him. Look how skinny his neck. It's like a size 4 neck. Look at him. What size suit is that? He's got like a size 6 neck.
I walked in here. I said, wow, that's the smallest neck I ever saw.
The people just... Thank you. It's so crazy. He just got his plane repainted.
Gold.
It's gold. It's got big Trump gold. It's got American flags on it. It's like, you tell me he's not running.
He just puts Air Force One on the side. Like,
so sir, you can't do that.
That is a massive national security risk. You cannot do that. He's
cannot. What?
You gonna stop me?
It's like the shoe.
I don't know if he was using Air Force One or if he would just use his plane.
He didn't use the White House. He stayed in like hotels.
His wife was just like, this place is a shithole.
This place sucks.
This place is terrible. I'm not even going to redecorate this. It's so crazy.
I think it was a comedian's bit just talking about like when the Obamas got in there. It might have been Chappelle. The Obamas getting in there like, oh, honey, this carpet in every room. Like, just being jazzed about everything.
It's crazy.
Like, this place is a shithole.
This place is I'm going back to Mar-a-Lago.
Yeah. I run the country from Florida.
The most mobile president.
For real.
Where's he at? I haven't seen him in weeks. He hasn't been back at the White House in weeks.
He's on the golf course. This is where he gets his best thinking done. No, when Shane Gillis went down to Mar-a-Lago, they told him that Trump DJs, not like a party, but like he chooses the playlist. So sometimes like there just won't be music for a second. That's because he's like skipping songs. He's like, I don't like that one.
Nope.
Where is this?
Hey,
At that Mar-a-Lago golf course resort.
No shit.
Wrong. I want that button. Wrong.
He says it's just a mix of like, I think he said it was just like, I don't know, shit you would expect, but then they would sprinkle in like, and I'm proud to be in America. Like, they'd sprinkle in like one of those.
Nice.
Which
and
is so
proud
nuts.
To be an American.
And you would listen to that like, yeah.
Trump 24.
Not like as an occasion to listen to that, but just on a playlist of enjoyable music.
So crazy.
So wild, man.
Should we talk about this space plant?
Yeah. Stop talking about it at work.
Why?
You're going to fuck people up.
You're going to love
Is there any actual evidence you found?
So this is the issue. This was my work day yesterday. I'm going to walk you through it.
We did a minor investigation.
I was looking up. I was on Google for a bit, and Google wasn't giving me shit. And then I did what Rogan does. What Rogan said. I went to DuckDuckGo. He always promotes that shit, which is like
DuckDuckGo is on the dark web.
No, it's just a fucking.
What?
It's just an app. It's a thing.
DuckDuckGo's
just
a
search-
search engine.
Yeah, it's a
like
search engine.
Yahoo.
Yeah, but they don't. But they don't track your
On the
shit.
dark web.
But they don't track your shit,
Yeah.
and they don't curate like what gets shown to you. So so you like search shit, and like the top searches that are like, oh, this is what actually kind of what I want. That's not on Google. It's fucking weird.
What am I thinking?
You're probably thinking of like Tor download or like
Oh.
to get onto the dark web.
No, what you use on the dark web.
Oh. But anyways, so yesterday at work, I'm on this fucking site, and I'm looking up like shit about like is this true? Other stories. I found a Reddit source of the guy. Like I found some videos of this whole explanation, but I don't know if it's bullshit. That's the issue.
Well, so here's
So
what we
then-
need to establish, though, is that there's not going to be anything else to find. You know what I'm saying? It's something that just got found out in the past couple of months, and that a room full of NASA people in that, like, who were involved in that
Let's
room
drop
know?
the story.
Who knows?
Let's talk about the story.
But who knows what got declassified to who? Like, and who knows how much left that room? So there's nothing to find.
Are the stars?
That's a real thing. Vanishing Stars is a real thing.
But can that information be found? Like, can I go look at the telescopes and be like, can I look at this on this day?
Yeah. So
and then that.
I found out through this guy who has a big YouTube following, this Russian guy who just talks about space stuff. He and it's like very just like nerd stuff. It's not like clickbaity or whatever. He did a video on the vanishing stars and said how if there's like 600 of them, and there's like this many could be explained by this many could be explained by that, this many could be explained by that, but then there's still like going to be 200 that you just couldn't explain for, even if you gave everything else. Like maybe this one was moving so fast and took a picture, like just everything they could think of. It's like there's still going to be 200 that it's like what the fuck. So.
And that's what was happening in this thing. It was like, because what it said was in 1993 some stars disappeared, and they saw that from the Hubble, and they threw the James Webb telescope, and then in 2007 2 more stars disappeared,
and these are all in the same neighborhood.
Those were all in part of a binary system orbiting each other at like a fairly close distance, and they were saying if
this fucking thing.
If the cloud,
so mad.
If a cloud of interstellar dust was the culprit, they would have disappeared simultaneously instead of like one, and then it would, and then
well, it was
both
saying
stars
that would have seen the new telescope would have seen through any dust, and then when the stars would get covered up.
But this is when they were using the Hubble, so like if that dust, they would have all happened at the same time, but instead they just like faded within minutes. Then the James Webb telescope came out a few months ago, and they were looking into it again.
Because it was like one of the more unknown things, so it's like the first thing they did.
The first 3 stars had disappeared, went completely dark. They were still dark when they looked at it. So then you know it's not fucking stardust or whatever the hell that is. But then where's the thing where they were saying the plant?
Well,
that was on the new telescope, right?
Yeah.
And they said that while they're tracking all this shit, they found like oxygen and all these other, like magnesium and all these other elements, nitrous or whatever the fuck, nitrogen.
Here we go.
That's
what was truly
elements.
What was truly puzzling, however, were the emission lines returned by the mass spectrometer. Several familiar elements such as hydrogen, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, magnesium were identified. Few were far between. Didn't correspond to any chemical elements.
And then they said there was shit that they didn't know what the fuck it was.
Yeah. But what they were saying is that it was an intergalactic plant making Dyson spheres.
Well, because that was the leading theory, was that maybe it was an alien civilization doing Dyson spheres, covering up the stars and absorbing their energy. But then it was like...
Now, when you say Dyson sphere...
That's basically when...
So any type of contraption that would surround the sun and harness its energy.
Okay.
And they would use that, yeah.
Whether it be like a literal sphere around it, or if it's like a band around it, and like that reflects the light back.
And that's the thing that like kicks you into that like what tier 3 civilization or tier 2 civilization.
I'm not familiar with those, but yeah, once you've like figure out how to harness the sun for energy,
harness the sun, and then you have like
you get bumped up into like
because you get so much more energy where it's like, okay, now we can travel near the speed of light. We can do all this shit because we have enough energy to fucking do whatever we want. This thing.
But then they get the good new telescope and they point it at, because all these there's like a line they can like trace from each star that gets covered up. There's like a line to the new one. So then they go track it to the new line, and they fucking see all the
leaves.
Well, no, they see all the explosions.
Oh,
remember?
That's right. Yeah.
They see all the explosions. So then they like filter the fucking telescope to show that better. And they said that obviously they're not like watching spaceships, but they just said, like, well, this is what's happening. Like, a planet on the way to the star is like, well, this thing's about to eat our star. We got to try to kill it. And it's hitting it with, they said, like, the readings were with what they would expect in a nuke or antimatter bomb, like hundreds of the size of ones we would know how to do. It's like those are the readings they were seeing. It's like that's what we would expect it to look like.
And it was rebuilding itself faster than they were blowing it up.
I need you to watch a Justice League episode also because it's similar to this.
Really?
It's exactly like once I saw
Yeah,
that
yeah.
fucking thing, that's all I was thinking about.
And that'll be a good in for you.
Which makes you wonder if that's what this just is, and this is all bullshit.
No, it's not that close. It's just like the rebuilding thing, and like, just it'll be a good in to Justice League.
Yeah.
But so this whole time they think it's like two alien species warring or whatever, but then when they finally get through the one defending species and the thing keeps going towards the star, and it starts overtaking it, and the shadows come, because I guess that's how you see it on the telescope, is just like the sun, so just a ball of light, and then like shadows creeping down over it, and it just had the familiar shape of leaves and vines. And then they go, oh, all those elements were chlorophyll. And they go, oh, that's why they're all connected. It's because it's a fucking plant, and those are like stems, and then each star is like a flower, like, you know.
And it's keeping itself alive by covering these suns.
Like any other flower, it needs light.
But just on a fucking crazy scale. We're just getting all of the light. Just eating suns.
So I wonder if it's like a genetically modified plant, or if it was just something natural. Like if a planet was like one plant, you know, if that would have enough to where it's like, well, if it's planet-sized plant, maybe it just needs stars. Or I wonder if it's more like mad scientists, like I'm gonna pour a fucking chemical on a plant and then it like got all crazy.
Yeah, but how?
Doesn't matter either way. 27 years it'll be wrapped around our sun.
And then they were saying that now it's heading towards us
because it just reaches out for the nearest star,
and we're the nearest one.
So now
they were saying with this time frame, it's like 27 years
at most.
At most.
So we need the Anunnaki to come back from Nibiru,
fucking
defend us.
Vishnu to fucking kill this shit.
I'm assuming they're all like the same people, so yeah. I just need like whatever version they want to come back as. But yeah, if fucking Vishnu could unleash his arrows, that'd be cool.
So yesterday at work, I'm looking up I'm looking up other sources and shit, and like all I'm finding is this. I'm looking up.
We're not gonna find anything.
I'm looking up this dude's username. Can't find nothing. So I'm like, all right. So then I start looking into NASA employee suicides for the past whatever. Wasn't shit. Firings, nothing.
Well, that could be upcoming too.
Yeah.
It's all just happened.
Yeah.
All his comments are deleted on the post, or almost all of them. Because you can, when you go to his account, you can see, like, you can click on comments, and I'll show you like the beginning of all of them, and then you click on them and take it to the post, and then all of them are like deleted. But all his postings prior to this are like to that Stargate TV show, Star Trek. Like, he's just a big fucking nerd. So it's like, all right, adds up that dude would like work. There's literally some people are asking questions like, how would this work with the speed of light? And he'll like go and answer it for them. So it's like, oh, so you could totally just be like a fucking nerd who works at NASA and like comes home and likes his, Star Trek and shit.
Or he's a big nerd, watches a shit load of Star Trek, and then it's then like, this would be a cool concept.
But that wasn't the history of anything on his...
Which is true, which is what I was looking for as well.
There was no other, like
story,
story
story postings. It was like just this. It's fucked up.
And which is better than also just making like a random new Reddit just to post that too, because then it's like, then you it's a 50-50, you have no idea. Yeah. But this, it's like he's got his fucking track record or whatever to compare it up to. So now I'm wondering how you can backwards trace a Reddit account and see if I can find like his fucking Facebook or something.
That I think is impossible. I don't think you could do that.
You could have. Yeah, you would have to like get someone to find the dude's like IP address.
which
that,
is
final
easy.
that way.
That's easy work.
Yeah.
I'm on the fucking dark
Still
web.
alive. He posted something 22 hours ago.
They're following me.
But if help me.
They already killed him. They're using his account.
It's all a sham.
And now someone's asking him, like, well, technically, if it's 27 years out and this was so many light years away, technically that happened this long ago, and that it's actually closer than that. And he goes, not what I'm saying. The 27 years was calculated based on the distance it already moved since it enveloped that star, which was already more than 27 light years away. So he was like just he's just like
he had an answer for everything. You can't read some of the full comments because a lot of them are deleted, but you could read like the beginnings of them where he's just like he has a fucking response to everything. There's nothing where it's like fuck you.
Yeah.
Like,
fuck you, man. It's my story. It's fake.
It's fake.
There's also nobody in there saying like fake bullshit.
no, there's just people being like, well, what about this? Like I heard someone said something about like no oxygen in space, and he just starts like dismantling that.
Yeah. That was another thing I was curious about. No oxygen.
But you wonder if maybe it's like, since it's connecting at all, you wonder if maybe it's like on the way the big stems going from star to star, if there's little ones that just fucking poke into a planet or an atmosphere, and pull.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm more confused on how something can go from the freezing temperatures of space and be a plant and move with vines and leaves and everything, but then also be strong enough to go and wrap around a sun and envelop it.
Well, isn't it like, would it make sense
and
that
not
like
burn up?
Maybe just because of the density of it, because it
That's
has to be
another
so
thing that-
dense to
that doesn't
stand
burn up.
space.
It's like the size of a planet.
my head went to nanobots?
Nanobots.
Fucking
Definitely
crazy.
could be.
Like just
And
like
it's modeling a plant.
self-replicating nanobots that like uses like the characteristics of a plant because that's like the most efficient way to like live and get like
It's like the most natural.
yeah. It's like when Tokyo remapped their subway system with the fungus because it knew like it.
What?
Did you hear this?
No.
Paul Stamets was on Rogan and he was saying
Recently?
No, this was the last one. But he was saying how Japan made a replica of their country, and they took all like their major cities like Tokyo and all the other ones, and they put like grain deposits on every major city, and then they basically put some fungus down, and it's spread out to all those parts. And then because the fungus wants the most efficient way to the food source, it rerouted itself to each like city of where all the grain parts were, and it reorganized itself more efficient than the Tokyo subway system, than like Japan's subway system, like in like a more efficient manner of like getting people around.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool. I want to go look that up now.
Isn't that crazy?
Interesting.
Because that's like what they say, like the big spore network in the Pacific Northwest is
exactly.
like the biggest organism.
Yeah.
It's just like,
and that's how
intelligent.
he was also saying how, because those spore networks underground with like the mycelium, those connect all the trees. So all the trees that like plant other seeds and they have baby trees, the mother like the mother tree knows its children trees. So like if they're all connected from the same mycelium network, when a tree over here is like low on whatever, trees over here will send it through the mycelium over to that tree and it'll like help that one. And like they're all connected
And
in
then
this
the
like
mycelium gets like something for its trouble from the tree, I'm sure. I don't know what.
Yeah, I don't know. But then Stamos was like, if we could just crack like whatever like knowledge like that fungus knows, or like whatever however they speak or like however they communicate, like if we can just harness that, it's like what opens up from there. Yeah. But then that's what I was wondering, if it is nanobots, that's what the nanobots are like replicating.
I'll send you that Justice League episode.
You'll enjoy yourself. You'll have a good night.
Be a good time.
It is a good time.
I love that episode. or 2 of them, I think.
Yes, I think it's a 2-parter. Could be wrong. It's been a while.
Hope that guy on Reddit's wrong about the 27 years.
See, in that case, when I read it, I was like, oh, a little bit of the pressure's off.
Oh, definitely.
Where it's like, oh, that's it? All right, fuck it.
Fuck it.
I'm going to enjoy myself.
For
But,
me,
but that's what the same people said about, like, the 2012 Y2K.
Y2K.
Y2K is so funny.
Sold their houses and shit. The banks are going to shut off because they can't. They don't know.
There's too many
The
digits.
systems are going to crash because they were built on this
Dumbest shit, bro. The dumbest shit.
I feel like you could have just gone to like any school, like big college, and been like, "Is that how that works?" And then be like, "Probably not. Probably be fine." Like, all right.
That's like how, like, in Office Space when they're like, he's explaining his job to that waitress, and she's like, what is that? And he goes, basically. When everything switched, these bank companies or whatever, all these coding softwares, they just abbreviate it 99, 98, 96, 97. So my job is to go in there and just add a 20 in front. Or just like to switch it to like 1999, 1998.
Yeah.
He's like, and I do that every day, all day.
Like, I get that it sucks, but also like, if that was a job that you would just get paid like a normal salary, I would go do that.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Data entry.
I did data entry for a minute.
I don't understand how much people make like for like dumb job.
Yeah.
I
did
how
data.
anyone lives, I don't understand.
I did data entry for my mom's work for like a summer when I was a kid, and it was the most painstaking bullshit. Like, it was so like
horrible.
I do it for like 2 hours, and I'd be like, well, that's all I could do right now.
Mm-hmm.
And then my mom would be like, you only did 2 hours. Like, you're not doing this for like all day. I'm like, all day? It's like, look at a slip. F or Control F, fine. All right, switch this, check that. All right, done. Next, Control F, type in the number. It was so fucking.
See, I could throw a podcast on and do that for a while.
It was fucking.
No, it's painful. It's fucking
couldn't.
painful.
Admittedly, when I did it, it was the comic book store, so it was like stuff I didn't mind, you know. But
no, it's like numbers and fucking a bunch of weird bullshit you don't give a fuck about.
Yeah, it was.
throw the pod on.
This was like they mailed out things as to like who had like a sprinkler system, who had smoke like fire sprinklers in their house or whatever, and they would just fill out this survey, and I would check these
Fire
boxes.
sprinklers.
Yeah,
People have that in their homes?
yeah, it's a big thing. It'll save your house.
Like in Shanahan or something?
No, like you just get them installed anywhere.
What?
Yeah,
A
dude.
dry country.
Yeah, dude.
Do you have sprinklers in your home?
No,
I was gonna say.
a lot of people do though.
That's wild.
It's crazy.
Wreck my comic books.
I don't think I've ever been on the side of a house with a sprinkler in it. Not that I can think of, at least.
Been in a couple.
Really?
Good
Just
for
because your
you.
mom?
They all work for that like company.
Yeah, I was gonna
So, I mean,
say.
they all like know the plumbers.
Mind throwing a
Got
couple
him on the
sprinklers in?
deals.
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
a weird thing.
They will save your house though.
Oh no, I would imagine like that would pay off, but at the same
Everything would be fucking soaked.
Yeah,
I mean, you'd be fucked. But the bricks, the sticks,
I'm trying
the
to think, like,
land.
would you have to just like get all new shit still anyway?
Probably.
Yeah.
I guess still
I
better
guess
than a
it's
house.
better than your house burning down because
That insurance money.
because
I
at
don't
that,
know.
at that point you just claim insurance and then they just come in and redo your whole house for you.
Yeah.
You want those floors you always wanted? Fucking get them.
Yeah. Facts.
You want new baseboards? Go get them.
Oh, I'm looking at a nice house. It's $200 though. I'm only approved for
Dollars?
$185.
Steep.
Where
Even
is it?
200's fucking steep with the fucking the rates right now.
I know. Thing
Yeah.
sucks.
I look at houses on the shitter most nights and I just get depressed.
Most nights.
Lately, there hasn't even been shit to look at.
No, I get depressed. I'm like, God, we're gonna move in a fucking shithole.
Yeah.
Like, God.
Very glad I'm out of that shit.
I did see one house in the Cathedral District by you that was
It's a
fucking,
good area.
That was cool, man.
It's a
It
good
was really
area.
cool. It had
Oh,
like
when we were looking at expensive ones?
no. This was like a decent one.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
that one, dude, bro. They had a house.
It was
It
one of the
was-
ones I point out.
They had a
when, like,
house. They
It's
had
like
a
made of stone.
They had a house. They had a house for $350.
Mm.
Right. So it's expensive, but 4,600 square feet, 5 beds, 4 baths, full ass basement, finished, huge. I was like, damn, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's very weird because, you know, you go one way on my block and it's like there's a church and here's a school.
Mhm.
You go another way on my block, it's like here's just a bunch of like fucking apartments and like a fucking intersection.
Just
and
like
you go
brick
another
houses,
way,
double
and
family
yeah.
houses,
and then it's just fucking, you just got mansions.
like estates.
Like fucking
Yeah.
mansions.
So I was looking at like those like old ass like mansion houses.
gorgeous
They
fucking
go
homes.
they go for like a decent price, but then I look into it and I'm like, fuck, these are gonna need so much work. Like
a lot of them, yeah.
like
Just the age
foundations probably cracked. You gotta
Yeah.
fucking jack it up. Need new floors.
Or
It probably doesn't have central air.
shit like
A
that,
lot of
yeah.
them.
Where I'm like, all
You
right,
see the radiators.
yeah, I'm not working with a fucking radiator and window units.
Yeah, that's one thing I'm very
Window
glad I do not have in
Yeah.
my home.
Yeah.
Very fortunate on that. But
I mean, I guess the window units at your dad's house worked well.
no, I mean I like the window units.
Yeah.
I've never had a problem
Those are
with
walls.
window unit.
Wall unit, same shit, right?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
just saying.
What do you mean? The AC unit? Oh
Yeah.
yeah, they are in the fuck. Yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't think about
The
that.
bedroom ones in
Let's
the
get them
window.
installed. Yeah, I think a wall unit would be better.
Oh, for sure.
They
Yeah.
used to be like wood paneled is like how they looked. It was like it almost looked like a car air conditioner.
Really
Big, yeah.
interesting.
Now I came
Those
back.
worked out pretty nicely.
Well, yeah, fucking Moneybags gets the nicest anything.
Yeah.
So he pays his electrician, or pays his electrician buddy in weed to come
Yeah.
over and fucking hook it up.
But yeah, just
So
like
the
those,
things fell off the back of a truck.
but just like those like standalone like put a tube to the AC unit and this thing's sitting in the middle of your house and everybody's huddled around it because it's fucking 300 degrees. Fuck
Yeah.
that. I'm not dealing with that.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah. When I was with my shitty ex, we went to my buddy's got a house. My buddy's family
Hey.
has
I wish her well.
I wish her well. My buddy's family has a house up in Grayling. Nice. It's like camping in a mansion. It's beautiful. I went to her parents' house or whatever in Wisconsin. Shithole. Just a fucking cabin the size of like a quarter of this basement. No
White
AC,
trash.
no AC, like log built. It was fucking terrible.
For
It
the
was
birds.
like hot as fuck. It's gross.
It's not what you want.
I hate that shit.
It's not what you want.
Yeah, I don't fuck with that. I could do it for like a little vacation, but like I'm not going back to a house where it's like, all right, I walk in and it's fucking hotter in the house than it is outside.
I can so remember like hot motel rooms. It's such like a
Ugh.
memory.
That's the worst. Second I get in a hotel room, fucking
No
how
motel.
low does this fucker go?
Like Greenport, Long Island. My buddy Danny and his family would go for like fishing or whatever, I guess. And I would tag along, and yeah, like you pop in that motel, and it's just like stiflingly hot.
Ugh.
Like you
That
said, where it's
stale air.
better the fresh heat outside than the cooped up heat inside.
Fuck that.
I haven't gone fishing in a while. I like going fishing.
I went fishing in Michigan.
It's a good time.
Bro, I caught a bass on a kayak. I was on a kayak.
How big? How big?
I'm not bullshitting you.
You take a picture with this thing?
Yeah.
I'm
Hey.
not buying
I
it.
fucking ate his ass too.
Did you really?
Yeah, not his actual ass, but like ate it.
I ate the fish.
Yeah, I ate the fish. It was good. Caught some
Raw.
trout. Trout were good. Grilled those fuckers up.
Damn.
It was nice.
Look at you.
It was nice.
Fucking mountain man over
But then
here.
craziest
Wilderness.
thing, I caught this bass and I'm reeling her in. My buddy Brendan's on another kayak. I'm like, get the fucking net. Get the net. And he's trying to get over to me. The wind's blowing. He's fucking getting taken in the tide. I'm like, fuck, all right. So now I'm trying to get this thing in the boat, and I'm going into, like, the fucking wall of the pond we're in. I'm trying to get this thing in the boat. He swallowed the hook. I didn't want to eat the bass, but I'm like, all right. So I'm, like, trying to get the thing out. It's not getting out. He's flailing. Fucking, I pull the thing out, rips the inside of his fucking throat out. And I'm like, he's fine. So we put in the water, and he's starting to kind of swim, and then he just goes belly up. And I'm like, shit. It was so bad. It was terrible. Christian's on the kayak down the way. I'm like, stay over there. This is not good. This is not. The water is
He
red.
tore a fish from the inside of his throat and gouged it out.
They say it doesn't hurt, but
Who says?
people,
Not the fish.
my dad told me don't hurt them.
Does it hurt the little
yelling-
seals when you
so I'm
club them
like-
over the head?
I'm like, Christian, stay over there. The water's red. Brendan, my buddy Brendan's like, no, you got to put it in the water and hold it, and he'll swim. It'll be good. He's just
drown it now
he's
that
just,
you took its gills out.
He's just in shock. So I'm like, all right. So I put him in the water, and you're supposed to
Wake him up a little.
You're supposed to move him through the water to get the water through his gills.
Jumpstart his swimming.
Yeah, he wasn't moving.
You took his gills out.
I let him go, and I let him go, and he just went boom, bottomed out on the bottom, flowed to the top. So yeah, so we threw him in the net, towed him back.
Got one.
And we ate good. Nah. Bass isn't the best eating, any of you guys out there. They're all head.
I've never had bass before.
It's all right.
Doesn't sound
It's
That's
real
what my
like
family would bring back a lot. Striped bass.
like I want to go fishing. I want to fish for salmon because that's like the one fish that I
Yeah.
actually fucking
That you gotta-
enjoy eating.
that. You got to go.
Oh, I want to go up north. Though.
Just go stick a net out, right?
That'd be fun.
They're all jumping.
You can catch them
Depending where, but
you
then
catch
you
'em
got to
with a
fight the
flashlight.
bears
Right.
You catch them with a flashlight.
without a paddle.
Yeah, you get them with a flashlight and you
movie.
reach in. Boom. In. No, salmon would be good.
Oh no, I'd fuck with that shit. I want to take a trip.
I
want to
go deep sea fishing.
Ooh.
Fuck you.
I don't know about that, man. I don't know about that
What?
at all.
On
I
a
don't want to
boat?
be on a boat with
Why?
somebody I don't know. Not
a
after
boat?
my last
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
experience.
that's right.
Like fuck that shit.
Yeah, but like a licensed
I
Boat
thought the
and-
last guy was licensed.
boat enthusiast, fishing enthusiast.
Gonna catch scurvy.
Put it this way. Okay, here. You're in Maui. You're hanging out. Some guy comes out. Hey, you want to go deep sea
If
fishing?
I'm in Maui,
It's
like
gonna
I'm
co-
not gonna say no to
It's gonna
nothing.
cost you $150.
Oh,
person,
fucking say
boom,
less.
on.
Yeah.
6-hour trip. You go out. You catch
6
some
hours
mahi
is a long trip.
Catch some mahi. Pull it in. He cooks it for you. Fillets it. Boom. Eat on the beach.
Now, if it's 6 hours total while he's cooking it and eating it and fishing and everything, sold.
I mean, you might be out there for 5 hours.
5 hours, sold.
Still a no from me.
When people say
You get
like
boat sick, though,
the all day
Seasick.
Sick of
fishing
you.
is gross.
Seasick, you get.
Ooh.
That's what you
Ooh.
get. Sick. That can't handle.
No, it's dumb to be
I gotta
out
go.
at sea if you're not a
Yeah.
ocean person.
I gotta go. Should we wrap this?
Let's put a bow on it.
That's close enough.
We went long last time.
On the last time. Hey, fuckers, we'll be back.
I'll fix this thing. Don't you worry about that.
I hope you've been liking the videos. We're gonna be go on TikTok, Instagram, the normal bullshit. Check it out. We're gonna figure out this Anchor thing a little better. So we're on Spotify, Apple Music, and all your bullshit. We're back on track. Had a little mishap last week with New York, but hey, 2 weeks, we're fine.
All right.
Hey, and like always, you fuckers take care. Chicka-chicka.
Yes.